The night Los Angeles burned with whispers of betrayal had long passed, but the ashes still clung to Zendaya's name. For weeks she had vanished, no appearances, no posts, no interviews. The world wondered if Hollywood's golden girl had finally broken. But in that silence, something powerful was being reborn. She wasn't gone. She was rebuilding. Inside a quiet studio far from Sunset Boulevard, Zendaya stood barefoot on the wooden floor, surrounded by mirrors. No makeup. No lights. Just her reflection and the echo of her own breathing. Her body trembled as she stared at the woman looking back, a woman who had been adored, then destroyed, and now stood face to face with her scars. She whispered to herself, "They tried to end me, but I'm still here." Every movement she made that night, every slow turn, every lifted arm, wasn't choreography. It was confession. The walls of the studio became her audience, the floor her stage. As the rain poured outside, she danced not for fame but for freedom. Every beat of her heart said what words never could: "I forgive but I don't forget." Weeks later, the paparazzi spotted her again. But this time she wasn't hiding behind sunglasses or silence. She was walking down Melrose Avenue head high, wearing a plain white shirt and ripped jeans. No red carpet, no entourage, just her real and unfiltered. The photos went viral overnight. Zendaya reborn. The comeback we didn't know we needed. But she didn't care about headlines. Her redemption wasn't for them, it was for her. A major director called soon after, offering her the lead in a film no one believed she'd ever touch again. A raw, emotional role about a woman rebuilding her life after public humiliation. "It's too close to home," her team warned. She smiled. "Exactly." The first day on set, the crew held their breath. Cameras rolled. And as Zendaya looked into the lens, tears streamed down her face, not as the character but as herself. Every emotion, every wound, every betrayal, it was all there, alive and burning. When the director yelled "cut," the silence in the room was electric. They all knew it wasn't just acting. It was resurrection. When the film premiered months later, Zendaya didn't walk the carpet in gold or diamonds. She wore black, a symbol of what she'd buried and what she'd survived. The crowd roared when she stepped out of the car, cameras flashing like lightning. But this time the light didn't blind her. It revealed her. Critics called the performance career-defining, soul-shattering, unlike anything Hollywood has ever seen. But beyond the glittering words, something deeper happened. The world saw her humanity. Not the flawless star, but the woman who dared to fall and still rise again. During the standing ovation, she felt her chest tighten. She didn't cry. She didn't smile. She just looked out into the crowd and saw the people who once doubted her, now on their feet. The moment was poetic, like the universe had written a new chapter in her name. Later that night, when the lights went out and the applause faded, Zendaya stood alone on the rooftop of her hotel. The city glittered below, alive and loud. She closed her eyes and let the wind brush against her face. Somewhere deep inside she heard the voice that had been silent for so long. "You made it. Not because they forgave you but because you forgave yourself." She whispered into the dark, "I'm not coming back. I'm moving forward." And as dawn broke over Los Angeles, her phone lit up with millions of messages. Fans, friends, even old enemies. But she didn't open a single one. Instead, she opened her journal and wrote 5 simple words. "The fire didn't destroy me." It became the first line of her next project. A film she would direct herself, about strength, redemption, and the price of truth. Because Zendaya had learned something that night on the rooftop. Fame fades but fire, if you survive it, becomes your light. And when the world looked up again, they didn't see the scandal. They saw the phoenix. They saw Zendaya. They saw the rise.